Hey, hello there, and a very, very good evening. You are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show. My name is there. It's only small, Sean Ryan, but it's lovely to have your company. And tonight we have got, I was going to say 5, but no, we've got 6 fantastic cruises to tempt you with, of course, Planet Cruise. Now, I know we've got a big regular audience, you know, thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of you tuning in every week. But if you've never booked a cruise before, maybe a new viewer, stay watching. We're going to tell you all about the wonderful cruise experience. And I'm joined by a great friend of mine. Justin is with us. Nice to see you, Justin.
Good to see you again so soon as well.
I know.
It only seems as if it was yesterday.
We were on a ship. We were on a ship together yesterday. We'll tell you about that a little bit later on.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise. Looking forward to that one.
Yes. But well, what was really nice, well, I'll let you know right now, we were with P&O yesterday, and Justin bumped into loads of his old mates, because you worked with P&O years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I spent 6 years with P&O Cruises, and the great thing, you know, I really mean this, is going back yesterday and seeing those faces and how they've progressed on.
Yeah.
The product is obviously gone on beyond from where I was, and it's absolutely amazing ships that they've got. But it's that sense of cruising. When I went back down to the quayside yesterday and gazed up at that wonderful white ship, and thinking, wow, we're going to go on an adventure, we're going to go on a journey. And it's all those memories and all those bars that just come alive with the people.
I've got to say, whenever I step on any cruise ship, I always feel at home, and I know you will too. Now, if you want to learn a bit more about the cruise industry, if you want to meet all the wonderful different companies, if you'd like to meet myself and some of the team from Planet Cruise, we've actually got a cruise show coming up in June. It's June the 12th. I'm going to be there. Keith Maynard's going to be there. And all of the big companies are there to tell you a little bit more about the cruise industry. So basically, if you'd like to join us, you don't have to be there the whole day, but we'll be there 9:30 till 4 on Sunday the 12th. It's free entry. There's also a prize draw with an amazing prize on that one. You're going to get to meet over 25 ocean and river lines there, so you're going to get to find out loads about the top companies. You're going to get complimentary drinks. I'll be there. You'll find me near the drinks. And also, I will be doing a question and answer session with our Keith Maynard as well. So any questions about the cruise industry or our personal lives, we'll be there. And we've got exclusive deals on the day as well. And also, we will be celebrating the Queen's 90th birthday as well. Now, if you'd like to register, go on our website, planetcruise.co.uk/the cruise show. But we would love to see you there. It was brilliant last year, and we'll be there again. But tonight, we've got 6 amazing offers for you from Planet Cruise. Just before we look into them, Planet Cruise, for anyone that's never booked with Planet before, why Planet Cruise when there's so much choice out there, Justin?
There is so much choice. And when you go onto the high street, there are a lot of travel agents. But the trouble is, they're just on the high street. Planet Cruise, all the people that work for Planet have either been in the cruise industry or they've been travelling, so they know firsthand. So like myself, I spent 6 years at sea. So you're not just going to find out, oh, well, here's a cheap deal. You're actually going to find out where the best places are to go. The little tips and tricks of book your tours nice and early.
And also, we do get, you know, great prices, exclusive offers often, and award-winning service as well.
Well, yeah, top agent with a lot of the cruise lines that we're actually working with, so we get better prices. So that's another reason to book with Planet Cruise.
Well, we're going to start off with an amazing offer. First of all, you probably noticed a balcony for $699. You're also going to get a drinks package, a fantastic drinks package, and you get to meet our lovely Keith Maynard as well. So here's a little taster of life with MSC. And this is on board the Splendida. Now, the ships themselves with MSC, they really are splendid. They're very opulent, aren't they?
Yeah, Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, it really is a fantastic brand. I'm telling you now, I love the look of these ships, and I would do anything to get on board. They've got 4D cinemas, they've got F1 simulators, they've got fantastic ice cream bars. I mean, on board, all of the duty-free and all of the shops, but look at those wonderful vistas. And the real feel with MSC is that real celebration of the Mediterranean. And what you get here is a celebration of the culture. So you get the cafe culture with the fantastic bars and restaurants, fantastic pizzerias, fantastic cheese and wine bars, and of course you can see there the nightlife is great as well. So for anybody that wants to go away, have a fantastic holiday, not too formal but still very classy, very dressy uppy. Look at the rooms.
And by the way,
well.
you've seen lots of different staterooms here. You will actually get the balcony one that we saw there.
And do you know what, balcony, you've got to go for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see a fantastic deal and it's an inside cabin, you go, you know what, we're only going to get changed there. But I tell you what, when you actually go for a balcony and you experience it, that's when you realise what value it is.
Well, the offer tonight includes a balcony, the drinks package, a chance to be with Keith Maynard as well. But let's talk about the beautiful ports you'll be visiting. Starting from Southampton, this one. So nice and easy.
Do you know, it's fantastic you're going to be sailing out Southampton. I think it's a real treat. Head towards the Isle of Wight and you turn hard to port and go round her and out to ocean. It's one of those sort of senses of adventure. Great sail away as well. You've got a nice relaxing day at sea just to get your bearings with the ship, because there's going to be plenty of things to experience on there. There'll be tours around the facilities, and book up some of the tours nice and early as well. But our first port of call is La Coruna, and of course this is Sean from Princess Cruises, one of his favourite ports, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So yeah, I know we'll be seeing him next week. But this is where Sir Francis Drake's Invincible Armada actually sent sail from. You've got the fantastic Torre de Hercules as well, and of course it's the gateway to Santiago de Compostela as well. So you've got lots of things to do there. I think it's about the third. Oh, yeah, there's the Tower of Hercules. It's a 2,000-year-old lighthouse, effectively, that was working 2,000 years ago. It's absolutely fantastic. Then you're going to be going to one of my favourite ports. We're going to Portugal and into Lisbon. Now, where you actually dock is underneath what a lot of people think. They go, is that the San Francisco Bridge? No, it's actually called the 25th of April Bridge, celebration of one of their revolutions. And on the opposite side of the bridge, you've actually got a Christ of the Redeemer statue, which actually faces towards the Rio de Janeiro.
The bridge looks huge.
It's fantastic. And I tell you actually dock, you actually go underneath the bridge itself, and then you dock. When you come out of the actual port itself, you'll go underneath the bridge. There's a fantastic monument called the Monument of Discoveries, where you've got all of the explorers in a fantastic sort of really light sandy stone, which is carved out. And then you carry on walking down and you get to the Belém Tower. It looks like this lovely little castle, you know, like your little chess pieces. And it's a fantastic heritage site that you can go down and have a little bit of a wander around. Do you know what? You can't stop in Lisbon, though, without going on a tram ride and having chicken and chips, a nice glass of Mateus Rosé as well.
Sounds classy.
Oh, definitely.
Now, we're moving on to Gibraltar next, aren't we?
Gibraltar, well, talking of class, it's Brit abroad, isn't it? This is my first ever port, actually, with P&O Cruises. Of course, it's the Rock. You've got the monkeys up at the top that you can go and have a look at. You've got the fantastic cave complexes as well. And you know what? All I tell you is don't feed the animals. They really will take anything and everything, including your cameras. But that's okay, because it's good for duty free. So you can pop down and get yourself another little camera there. But Gibraltar's just a great experience. Nice, relaxing day at sea, but this is where you get a fantastic 2-night stay in Barcelona. I love the fact that on a cruise you get to see the port in the day, but it's when it goes to night. And Barcelona, I'm actually travelling out there tomorrow. It's such a wonderful city at night.
Well, you'll be there for 2 nights in a hand-picked 4-star hotel. And here's our Keith to tell you more.
If you're on a cruise around the Mediterranean, there's one port that's guaranteed to put a smile on your face. A city of stunning architectural contrasts, which is one of Europe's most beautiful and exciting destinations. Welcome to Barcelona. My advice, find the nearest bar, order a nice big jug of sangria, some wonderful tapas, sit back and enjoy.
Now, Keith Maynard, you just saw him there. He's actually going to be escorting this cruise. So he's going to be there.
That was just, but I love the fact that was just a great piece. That's the first time me and Keith He was like, just find a great bar, have a beer and get some tapas. I'm with you there on that one, Keith.
Well, he's going to be with you, escorting you through the cruise. There'll be things like a private drinks party, and he's even more handsome in real life, so ladies, watch out. But let's just remind you of how stunning the MSC Splendida is. Very opulent ship. Now, you will be getting, if you book tonight, a balcony at the price of just $699. You'll also get a free upgrade to the Allegrissimo drinks package. It's a really good package when you book a balcony. You are getting a balcony tonight. Return flights based on London Gatwick there, and you will get that extra 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel in Barcelona. I can honestly say that's one of the best offers we've ever seen with MSC. Now, I was thinking that drinks package is a good one. It's an amazing drinks package. That's unlimited consumption of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, including wine by the glass as well. So for under £700, you've got 2 nights in Barcelona, you've got the drinks package, you've got the balcony, and you'll even get to be with our Keith Maynard as well. I think that's going to go very quickly. Don't forget, you've got a free phone number, 020-3696-9457. But we're about to move on to our next cruise. However, we're going to go to the phone lines. Oh, yes. And speak to Rob Brenham from the call centre. Rob, are you there?
I am, guys. You okay?
We are, yes.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Well, we've got a bit of a treat for you this evening, because if we've got anyone watching tonight that is looking for something fairly last minute, we've got Norwegian Epic, 22nd of this month. We've got a fly cruise out from Manchester, return flights to Barcelona. We've got ports such as Naples, Rome, Florence, Pisa, Cannes. We've got Marseille in there as well. But here's where the magic happens. We're looking at from just $399 per person.
Are you
for an
serious?
inside cabin.
And how long... So
That's the 20 seconds. That's
you
just
could
12
do that,
days.
couldn't you? So, $399. And so what was the date again? The 22nd of this
So we've got
month?
the 22nd of May, 7 nights, and we've only got the inside cabins left from $399 per person. Singles as well, we've got $579 per person.
Wow, and that's including flights.
Including flights in and out of Manchester, that's right.
That is...
You need to get on the phone. Remember I said to you at the beginning about inside cabins, low prices. Snap that deal up. That is
really
amazing.
good.
Sorry,
For once,
Sorry, Rob.
for once, Rob, we actually shut up. Did you notice that? Rob, thank you so much. And I think that one's going to go so fast, don't you?
Well, they only came on this evening, so yeah, we're expecting them to be around for, well, you're going to have to ring up this evening if you want that, okay?
Rob, thank you so much. So 22nd
All right.
this month.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you, Rob. That's
Bye.
a ship I've always wanted to go on as well, Norwegian
What a
Epic.
deal. That is brilliant.
Wow, please give us a call back. Now, that one will fly at under £400, including flights from Manchester, the 22nd of May, on a stunning ship. But we're going to move on to Princess Cruises next. The Diamond Princess. We like this one, don't we?
Yeah, no, it's an absolutely lovely itinerary, fantastic ship as well. And, of course, Princess Cruises, the sister company to P&O, they really know what they're doing.
Well, it's a 30-night Malaysia and Thailand cruise from Singapore. Let's have a little look. And it starts off with a 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel in, of course, Singapore.
Do you know, if you've never been to Singapore before, a lot of people transit through Singapore, just, you know, transferring onto airlines down to Australia. But this is a great way to see it. You know, of course, you've got that wonderful history with the British trading colony. But now, of course, you've got the new money coming through. And, of course, this is the place to go shopping. This is the place to be seen. And it's that real mixture, a nod to the past, but definitely firmly fixed on the future.
I was only in Singapore for a day, but I really wanted to stay there longer. You do get, by the way, the Singapore by night tour included there, don't you?
What did I say about there's a whole feel to a port in the day, and then there's a whole feel to the port at night. And, of course, you've got that wonderful marina complex, the Marina Bay, with those 3 giant skyscrapers that go up into the air, and there's literally like a man-made resort up on top.
And when that's lit up at night, it looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Absolutely stunning.
You then are transferred from the port to embark the beautiful, of course, Diamond Princess. It's a 9-night cruise. The first day's at sea, isn't it?
Yeah, first things at sea, get your bearings on board the ship, and then we're straight into a big port. We're talking Bangkok, and this is just, well, spirituality, splendour, but you've got the noodles down in the market. It is just dripping in sweats and spices and that raw flavour. And, of course, at night, you've got the exotic nightlife and, of course, all the local culture and wildlife that you can see there as well. Also, one place of note is Jim Thompson's house as well. This was the famous entrepreneur, Jim Thompson, famous for his collections of large teak woods. It's absolutely beautiful. So if you get a chance to do a tour, go to Jim Thompson's house there. Then we're going from, well, the crazy haze of Bangkok to the tranquil calm of Koh Samui. And this is just beautiful. It's Thailand's second most popular island destination. It is an absolute gem. Take a look at this. It's the second time we've been quiet this evening, isn't it?
I know.
Unbelievable. But it really is that tranquil. Of course, you've got lots of the temples and lots of the buildings, but of course the actual beaches itself is absolutely stunning. Then you've got a nice relaxing day at sea, back into Singapore, but then we're on to our next big Malaysian port, which is Penang. Now, legend has it that Penang, they actually cleared the mangroves and all the undergrowth by firing a cannon full of gold coins and having all the servants go out and try and find the gold coins, and they stripped it all out. I don't know whether it's true, but it sounds a beautiful story. One thing, if you want to perhaps try something a little bit different, there's the Penang butterfly farm. So there's over 100 species of live butterflies there. So, you know, I do like to mix it up, not just some bars, not just the nightlife, but if you want to do something, the papillon and the butterfly culture, then you can do that. Then we're off to Kuala Lumpur, and this is where it goes big again, the Petronas Towers. And this is absolutely stunning. It really is a treat. If you get there early, get there really early and trying to get on the Sky Tower, because that Sky Tower you can walk across. That's where, I can't think of her name now, in Entrapment, Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh,
there you go.
yeah, come on, go.
There's plenty more to see in Kuala Lumpur, and then back into Singapore for an overnight on board, and then flying back to London overnight.
Now, you will be on board the stunning, beautiful Diamond Princess. Here's a little taster. I only got to cruise with Princess for the first time last year, and I loved everything about the experience. You know, beautiful ships, great service, many repeat customers. I mean, everything was just perfect. And I think with Princess, there's a class to Princess, there's an elegance, but at the same time, it wasn't over formal or anything like that.
No, it's down to earth. Fantastic size ship. I mean, this is the Grand Class. They repositioned the actual nightclub from the old shopping trolley handle, as we used to call it in the trade. But just to be on just behind the funnel and the thermal spas that they've got there, it's just they're absolutely outstanding. So fantastic ships.
And I'm just looking here, you know, if you really want to relax and chill out, and the spas and things, you can do that. But, you know, on a cruise ship, there really is something for everybody. And, you know, if you do want to, say, just chill and relax or spend time in the pools and spas, you can do that. But then if you want entertainment, you want a bit more excitement, there's all that available, isn't there?
Yeah, the pizzeria is fantastic on board Princess.
Yeah.
Really
all
good.
the food was really good.
Really good.
Oh. Now, the price on this one is exceptional, actually, when you break it down. You've got return flights based, of course, on London, but we have got flights available from other UK airports. Just ask us about those. We've also got, included in this one, the 2-night stay in the 4-star hotel in Singapore, and, of course, the Singapore by Night tour as well. And the itineraries, they differ just slightly depending on the departure dates. Now, price-wise, I'm going to recommend that you upgrade to an ocean view or a balcony. And if you look, for example, at the 20th of February, it's only £50 difference to go from interior to ocean view. And then you get all of that natural light. You just feel like you've got, you know, I don't know. For me personally, I think that ocean view just offers so much more. And you get to see, of course, all the ports that you're visiting as you arrive. And don't forget that every cruise on the show has its own ID number as well. I'll remind you those at the end of the show. But remember as well, the call centre opens tonight till 11 o'clock, Justin, is that right? There should be.
I think it should be there. Yeah. I thought it was 10:30. We'll check. Well, it's 11. No, it is 11.
Officially, it's supposed to be 10:30, but we're always busy on a Tuesday, so this tends to stay open until 11. So
late stay.
I know we've got a massive volume of calls, so we will be open till 11 o'clock tonight. But we're going to move on to our next cruise, which is actually on a ship that I've been on more than any of the ship, actually, Celebrity Reflection.
I'll leave it to it then.
Yeah. It is. Seriously, I've been on the Reflection 4 times now.
4 times.
Four times.
What takes you back every time?
It's everything, but I love the upper deck where you've got the sunset bar at the back, which is my favourite bar because you've got the mood lighting, you've got the wicker furniture, you've got the beautiful music, but the whole ship is immaculate. You know, everything is 5-star modern luxury, and the Reflection is one of the flagship ships. Yeah,
There you go.
it's brilliant, honestly. It is my favourite. Anyway, I could talk forever. Let's show you where you're going to be cruising to. Now, it starts off with a flight to Rome, and you've actually got 2 nights in a hand-picked 4-star hotel. And if you've never been to Rome, here's a little taster with our Keith.
Italy's Eternal City truly is one of the world's greatest capitals, and the best place to view it is from the top of the legendary Spanish Steps. At almost 2,000 years old and big enough to hold 50,000 bloodthirsty spectators, the Colosseum is probably Rome's most iconic landmark, an architectural wonder. Standing in its centre, it is guaranteed to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Now, I also recommend coming here and walking in the footsteps of Julius Caesar through the ancient ruins of the Roman Forum. Another architectural masterpiece is the Pantheon. Having stood for over 1,800 years, it is remarkably well preserved, and its impressive cylindrical bulk still appears to dominate the Roman skyline. Nearby, St. Peter's Square is your gateway into the Vatican City, and of course the spiritual heart of the Catholic Church. Beyond it lies the mighty Renaissance masterpiece of St. Peter's Basilica and the stunning artwork of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. Now, as a world leader in fashion and style, unsurprisingly, Rome is fantastic for shopping. Treat yourself to a stroll down Via Condotte with the well-dressed locals, where you'll be tempted by names such as Gucci and Valentino. Now, a great place to escape the heat of the day is Villa Borghese, undoubtedly Rome's most beautiful park, where you can weave your way past fountains and statues through avenues shaded by giant oaks and umbrella pines. It's absolutely stunning. Modern-day Romans live for their food, and the city is full of lively pizzerias and friendly family-owned trattorias, with a thin, crispy pizza and simple, hearty pasta dishes can be washed down with a carafe of a local wine. You know, they say that Rome wasn't built in a day, neither can it all be seen in a day. So be warned, once you've had a taste, you'll be left wanting more.
Oh, so you're going to get, say, 2 nights in a 4-star hotel in that fabulous city, but you're then going to embark one of my favourite ships of all time, the Celebrity Reflection, for an 11-night cruise. I'll tell you, we've got beautiful ports as well. But before Justin talks to you those, let's have a look at this fabulous ship. You're asking what I loved. I mean, yes, the real grass, the lawn is beautiful. The lawn club is spectacular.
On Celebrity Reflection, yeah.
I think with Celebrity, you know, they are just so wonderful at making every aspect as perfect as possible. You can see here, you know, immaculate spas, immaculate restaurants, beautiful choice of bars, and I always come back feeling very relaxed. I mean, look at the library, Justin. Stunning, do you think?
Do you know what? I think there's a lot to be said. I mean, dare I say, we're sat here with our tablets and iPads, but you know, a library at sea, sit out on the prom deck. I know that one thing that I would love to do.
They have got the eye lounge.
I was going to say though, one thing I'd love to do is taste their wines, because I know from Ruth, who used to be on Celebrity, she loves her wines, the finer things in life, and you know, it is nice. Do you know what? Sometimes I'd rather have a really good quality glass of wine than a really awful bottle.
Well, their classics drinks package, I'll tell you about that in a few moments' time, but it's one of the best at sea. But all the food there, you saw the attention to detail with the food presentation and the service. Anyway, that's a little taster, but I'll tell you what, you're going to visit some beautiful places, aren't you?
Well, and do you know what? This is where we used to actually get cruise envy, because the places, they always used to have the little sort of tents outside with the wonderful drinks on the quayside, and there's us, and it was like, oh, we'd like to be over there. So it was a little bit of cruise envy with Celebrity, but that's why you look at it, and even from somebody in the industry, you go, That's nice. Anyway, the places that we're going to go and see, absolutely great. We've got a nice, lovely, relaxing day at sea after transferring on board the ship, and then off to Santorini. Now, of course, this is where allegedly the lost city of Atlantis is, because it's one big, massive volcano. But you can't get more quintessential Greek. I mean, look at that. You've got beautiful blue roofs and the white wall tiles of the whitewashed walls there. It just looks like a yogurt advert, doesn't it? It's just superb. No, it does. Picture postcard. And look at the lovely the green oceans. They're absolutely stunning. And of course, you've got the mountain there, which is absolutely stunning. 2,000 feet high above the sea. Some beautiful panoramic views. Then we're off to Athens, and this is where we actually get another overnight. It seems to be tonight is the night of overnights on board.
But it is nice. It means you don't have to rush, as you say. You can always see, you know, Athens by day and by night, and you can wander on and off the ship as you please.
And that's the great thing. Look, if you don't want to go out to have anything to eat, come back on board the ship and have something to eat. That's what a lot of people do.
That's what I do.
But can I just say, you've got to go and do it. If you haven't been there before, I mean, look at all the wonderful things that you're going to be seeing as well. The Acropolis, all of this in the daytime. Perhaps if you want to go to have a little bit of a barter in the Plaka, which is the pedestrian area where all the markets are. I've still got a lovely leather satchel that I got from there about 15 years ago. Great quality and a brilliant price. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Then we're off to Mykonos. Now, Mykonos is a real hidden gem. Where you have your Saint-Tropez and you have your Ibiza, you have Mykonos. This is the hidden gem. It's an absolute beauty. Really small town, iconic because of its windmills. They actually filmed part of the, well, it was the end of the Bourne Identity just here there. And it's just absolutely stunning. I mean, take a look at this.
Yeah. It is. It's magic. One of my favourite places, actually. And I'll be honest, if you stay there for a week, it would probably cost you an awful lot of money, but it's so nice to just nip there for the day, isn't it?
Let's just say it's one of the places that I haven't actually been on this itinerary. The other half loves this. She wants to take me there.
Oh, really?
Hint, hint.
Get saving then. I'll do it on a cruise, definitely.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Now we're off to Kusadasi, and this is, well, you've got one of the 7 wonders of the world. You've got the Temple of Hadrian, the House of the Virgin Mary, the Library of Celsus, the Temple of Artemis, just to name a few. This is the port where you need to do your tours, and that's one thing that Planet Cruise does as well. So if you want to phone up, ask about the cruise, but also ask about what tours, especially if you get hold of Glenn as well, because he used to be a tours director on board P&O Cruises. So definitely one to get there. Then we're off to Bodrum. Now, this is beautiful. You've got the beautiful views of the Aegean Sea. You've got loads of, again, amphitheatres, shipwrecks if you like to go snorkelling, and you've got the Castle of St. Peter as well. But we're off to Heraklion, another big port when it comes to your tours as well. One thing I like about this is a real melting pot. You've got fantastic beaches, but then you've got great history as well. Of course, this is where you've got the Knossos Palace, which is supposedly the home of the mythical Minotaur. So if you remember all those wonderful films when you were growing up, if you fancy sort of going and see a little bit of Greek mythology, then it's going to be fantastic. And then you've got the Plateau of Lassithi as well. So lots to see there. Then you've got a nice relaxing day at sea and finishing off with a little bit of an Italian romance with Naples. Now, this is the essence of Italy. It's sharp suits, it's strong coffee, it's the best pizza, but it's also the gateway to some brilliant tours. You've got Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii, Herculaneum, but one thing, take a little bit of a boat ride across to Capri. That is the place to be seen. Then you're going to be back into Rome. Of course, we saw Rome with Keith earlier on, and just a wonderful way to finish the cruise.
Now, there's a few things I really need to highlight, because this is an amazing deal. I know Celebrity Prices very, very well. The lead date is actually the 27th of August. Now, that's a very expensive time, and yet we've got the lowest price. So that is amazing. I think you'll agree. $9.99. If you go for an ocean view, though, you'll get a free classic drinks package. Now, that's my favourite drinks package. It's one I always have. We'll break that down in a second for you. A free upgrade from Ocean View to Balcony if you book the 17th of September or the 8th of October. Return flights based on London, and you'll get that 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel in Rome as well. I mean, that honestly is incredible for Celebrity. Now, the drinks package, this is why it's so good. You've got specialty teas and coffees and sodas and juices and bottled water, selected beers, spirits. The wines are very good with Celebrity as well. Also, a great selection, of course, of alcoholic beverages in the bars and restaurants, various spirits, and you might tonight decide to upgrade to concierge class, and these are some of the extras you get. Things like priority check-in, so it's so nice, you get on board even quicker. Things like welcome gifts, celebrity tote bags, the delivery of afternoon canapes, and custom blended shower gel. Aqua Class, we'll give you a price on this in a second, but it is amazing, and particularly for those of you that really, really want to get even healthy, you'll get complimentary access to the Persian Gardens, which are absolutely beautiful with the thermal beds. And the prices, have a look at this. The lead date is the end of August, which is incredible. You'll see we've got really good prices on both ocean views and balconies, concierge, and even aqua as well. And if you just want more information, give us a call on that free phone number, and our cruise consultants will actually talk you through. That's a really good one for celebrity, isn't it?
Those prices are absolutely amazing.
They are, aren't they? I think your missus would like celebrity a lot.
It's tough though. MSC, celebrity. Thing is, you've been 4 times. I think I'd have to probably go with your
MSC
recommendation.
Really, listen, we've got. The one thing I can guarantee, actually, whatever cruise you book, you will have a great time. The cruise industry is very high in general, isn't it, in terms of standards, very high. Anyway, we've got something really, really new and special. This is a brand new ship, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is a fantastic opportunity, a river cruise with Riviera. Now, this is one of the really emerging markets within the actual industry itself. There's not many people out there that specialise in it, and that's one thing Planet are really, really going for, because one of the market leaders. So, who do you go to find cruises on for rivers? That's the place.
Well, this is a river cruise. Now, the ship that you're about to see, this isn't the ship you're going to be on. You're actually going to be on a brand new ship called the Thomas Hardy, which is actually only going to be built and finished, I should say, in 2017. But this gives you a little flavour of what life is going to be like on board. And
I was just going to say, look at that, the beautiful skylines of Budapest. The one thing with river cruising is you get so close to the city. Where you have your larger cruise lines, where in the Mediterranean sometimes they have to tender port, or in the Caribbean, this is where you can get really up close. Of course, this is beautiful. Budapest, this is somewhere I actually went on a city break, and this is where you're going to be starting and ending your 5-star luxury river cruise. So
this gives you a flavour, but you're actually going to be on a brand new ship, completed in 2017, and Justin, you were telling me earlier that all the rooms are classed as suites. They're big, aren't they?
Yeah, this is the thing, that sometimes on cruise ships you can get larger rooms, you can get your inside cabins. All of these are beautiful suites.
Wow, so you've all got the...
But this means that there is only 169 passengers on board with 44 crew.
Wow.
That intimate experience where there's no rushing, there's no queuing, there's no bumping into people. You've got plenty of space over the 3 levels. They've got lifts as well, which is an unusual thing for some river cruise lines. And the fact that the 44 crew, they will be so close-knit as a team that the service that they will give is absolutely superb.
And every suite has a river view. Anyway, we better show you the beautiful itinerary, starting off with Budapest.
Do you know what? Budapest, of course, named after the 2 sides of the river, Buda, and then, of course, Pest. It's absolutely stunning. It's known as the spa town. We'll come back to that a little bit later on. But this is where you actually board your ship. Well, you'll be right in the middle of town. I know where the actual berth is.
So we've got an overnight there, so we're going to talk about that at the end, is that right?
Yes, yeah, we'll come back to that. I'll tell you some fantastic places to go. But the actual first day that you're going to be on board the ship and then going down the Danube is off to Esztergom. Now, this is one of Hungary's capitals during medieval times. You've got a wealth of artefacts here. Of course, again, this part of the world has got a wonderful clash of cultures. So you've got part of the 16th century Ottoman Empire there as well. So remember, all of the tours that you've got on board, you've got a tour director as well. A lot of the tour directors have actually been with Riviera for 20 years.
Really?
20 years. So they really do love what they actually do. Then you're actually going to go into Bratislava. Now remember, you're going to be going on another guided tour here throughout the actual capital city itself. And of course,
they're all included, is that right?
These are all included. And the great thing about this part of the world, and particularly this region, is where you've got this wonderful Renaissance. Of course, you've got you've got a lot of the buildings are quite harsh and oppressive because of communism, but then you've got this wonderful flourishing life coming through. I mean, look at that wonderful square at night. And again, seeing this at night, you're literally stepping on and off of the actual ship itself. Then from Bratislava, you're actually going to get a chance to go off and taste some of the wines as well. And this is where you really get a chance to just unwind, really unplug, because you're going to be cruising down and seeing the wonderful vineyards, and then you'll be able to try some of the local produce as well.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Day 4 takes you into Dürnstein and Melk, and you'll be able to go to a remarkable monastery as well. Then on to Salzburg, and of course this is, well, an independent state, which is just wonderful, one of those wonderful cities. A lot of 18th century architecture here, and one of those places that I think, to actually get the scale of those buildings, you've got to go and see. You really have. And again, with all the horticulture that you've got there, all of the classical music, of course, Mozart was one of the famous citizens there, then it's going to be a perfect way. Then you're going to go to Vienna. You've got to go and see a Viennese waltz, haven't you?
I've never been to Vienna.
I'd love to see in the sunshine, in all their fineries and all their dress outside. And then you're back to Budapest. Now, Budapest itself, you've just got to have a wander around. You can go across the castle, you can see the Parliament building there, and if you, actually, where this picture is actually taken from, there's a beautiful monument up on the hillside that's well worth the climb. And there's some real hidden gems going back to the Second World War. There's some fantastic memorials that you've got to see.
And you mentioned the thermal spas. I've been in those. They're amazing.
Yeah, well, it was basically a Roman stronghold, very much like Bath was here in the UK. But the Roman spas are unbelievable. When you go in there, and people will spend the weekends there. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, this, remember, is a brand new ship, completed next year in 2017. Every room is regarded as a suite, so much more space. Every single room has a river view. I mean, to get a brand new ship at this price, I mean, look, I could very easily stay there.
And again, a suite with a river view. And that is just, you know, the beautiful thing that you've got floor-to-ceiling glass just to see this wonderful view.
I think this was really, really good tonight. Now, don't forget, as just to mention, your short excursions are included. You've got return flights from London. Now, the single special, there's actually no supplement for single passengers. We've sold out on the lead date, but all the other dates we've got the single available with no extra supplement whatsoever. And don't forget, you also get that overnight on board at the end in Budapest. Now, the ID number for this one is 114252. Let's just share the prices with you on this, because as we mentioned now, we've got prices starting at $999. Single prices, with the exception of that lead date that's sold out, there is no, say, supplement for the single prices as well. So we've got singles starting at £1,099 per person. Very nice, that one, isn't it?
I've got to point out there as well, a lot of people think, you know, for the length of time, you're thinking, well, you know, we've had great deals at $399. But all of your tours are included on this. There's only 169 people on board the ship. That is what you're getting, and there is the 5-star luxury.
And the suite, of course, as well. But we have got a cracking offer now on board the latest acquisition for Cruise and Maritime. They've just acquired a ship called the Columbus. It will be refurbished before you get on it, so it's going to be really, really nice. And this is a chance to go to the Canaries from Tilbury for 2 weeks in August. So let's give you a taste of Cruise and Maritime. They're very much I'd say a very friendly kind of family company, aren't they?
You know, down to earth. They're taking classic cruise lines, or cruise ships, shall we say, and refurbishing them. And it's all about the quality. It's not necessarily the biggest ships. It's not about the innovations. It's about doing it well. And I think that's the thing. In the cruise industry, there's such hot competition that sometimes the bigger cruise lines forget it's the little things, the family feel, that whole, oh, I recognise that sound. Oh, we must come back again. Let's go ashore together. And there's that great sense.
And also, just not everyone, you know, I mean, I've been on huge ships and smaller ships. Not everyone wants the 5,000 passengers. You know, they tend to have more smaller to mid-sized ships, don't they?
Yeah, and this is really what Cruise and Maritime do really, really well. But the itinerary that we've got here, this is an absolute classic. And can I actually say, this is an itinerary which I haven't seen featured on a Planet Cruise TV show for a very, very long time. I'm going back to our Friday shows, so it's got to be at least a good couple of months. So if you want Canaries, then this is definitely the time to book it.
And, oh, forgot to mention, by the way, you're saving a bit of money on this one, £1,030.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit, off the brochure price. So you are getting a huge saving to that as well. So we're cruising from Tilbury.
Yeah.
So again, no flying or anything like that. Your first few days are at sea, so you get to explore the ship. The temperatures are going to be pretty good in August, I'd have thought. But we're making our way towards even higher temperatures. But your first port is Gibraltar, isn't it?
Yeah, we spoke about Gibraltar earlier on. So you've got the fantastic rock, you've got the monkeys, and a perfect way to start your cruise. But then, this is where we go across to the Canaries. And we start off with Lanzarote, an absolute classic Canarian island. Of course, you've got the fantastic national park here. So you've got the Timofea National Park. You've also got the Fuego, Montañas del Fuego, which is the Mountains of Fire. I'd love to see this. It's like a lunar landscape, something that you'd see on Mars. In fact, they actually used to shoot some of the 1970s science fiction films out here. But of course, it's the beaches that are quite unique. And of course, the Canaries, you're near enough guaranteed a day's sunshine every day of the year. Not quite, I can't guarantee it, but you're pretty well sure that you're going to get something.
And so in August, I think you've got a, you've got a very
I think
good
you
chance.
should be all right.
And then Gran Canaria next.
Gran Canaria, I love Gran Canaria. Fantastic complex where you actually dock in the ship, so you can actually just stay quite locally if you want. But of course, it's the golden dunes that you want to go here. So perfect for those of you that are sun lovers. You've got the Bandama crater as well, which is a 3,000-foot high crater, which you can. There's actually people living in there as well. Also, Las Palmas, fantastic for boutiques and tapas bars as well. And of course, Christopher Columbus, there's a fantastic museum there. Then you're off to Tenerife. Now, you know what? A lot of people say, "Oh, Tenerife." It reminds me of my childhood when we used to go on holiday. But I tell you what, it's completely changed. You've got Loro Park, which is fantastic for the families. If you want to go and see some of the dolphin shows or the seal shows, then you can do. You've got the Humboldt Point for fantastic panoramic views, and of course you've got some of the island's vineyards and banana plantations as well.
I was amazed last time I went to Tenerife how pretty it is. You know, this
really
beautiful
look,
place.
You've got Santa Cruz where you can go and you can do your shopping stuff, but it's when you actually head a little bit further out. You've got those lovely little marinas and lovely little bays.
I'll tell you a place that I'm desperate to go back to. It's our next port, Madeira. Isn't it stunning?
Madeira.
It's one of your favourites as well.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
the actual port itself, can I just say there's a fantastic restaurant. You can see at the bottom left of that picture. That's where the actual ship's dock. There's a great steak on the stone restaurant. I hope it's still there anyway. One thing I will say about Madeira, make sure you've got an umbrella because it is a little bit of a tropical climate. But when I say that, it'll be raining one second and then steaming the next. You've got to do
the lovely botanical gardens, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's the flower market, the indoor flower market. You can see the bird of paradise. You've got to go to Blandy's Madeira wine. You can go and buy a bottle associated with a certain year, and also you can go and do the wicker basket tour as well. You go up in a cable car and slide down in a wicker basket.
Not sure I fancy that one.
Oh, you've got to do that. Then we're off to Lisbon. We spoke about Lisbon earlier on. You've got some fantastic sights to see around there, and then you're back into Tilbury.
I really like that. I say it's lovely ports. Great price on this one tonight, and it's actually better than half price, by the way. So you are saving over £1,000 off the brochure price. You know, some people have said to me, "Oh, you know, shall I book? You know, is it best to book last minute? Is it best to plan ahead?" It varies, but this is definitely a cruise where you should book ahead for next year. Family special as well. We've got a family of 4 available at $2,399, and you will be away for 40 nights on Cruise and Maritime's latest acquisition, and that's the Columbus, and should be refurbished for, of course, her maiden season. Now, we've got one final cruise for you with Norwegian Cruise Line, but before we go to that, we're going to go to the phone lines again. And it's our Glenn from the show last week.
Speak of the devil, we spoke about him earlier on.
We did.
I thought I heard my ears burning.
Hello, matey. I tell you what, I bet it's been busy tonight, hasn't it?
It's busy in there today. Yeah, the phones are really busy. Really, it's just to sort of let you know, we've just had a quick deal come in that we thought we'd better let you know about.
Like, go on then, yeah.
Well, it's
With
one
all
of our
ears.
secret river cruises. We've been doing this the last few weeks, and they've been very popular. We've got a 4-star river cruise. This is a great one doing Bavaria to Budapest on the 6th of August. Now, slightly different this one. This is a 9-night luxury river cruise, $12,995 per person, which is fantastic for one of the river views. Great itinerary on this one. You've got overnights in Nuremberg, Vienna and Budapest. And if the 6th of August doesn't suit you, we've got 12 different departure dates from June through to September, all at the same price with the same itinerary. So really, really good deals on that one.
Wow. I can hear lots of talking in the background, so I can...
Sounds nice and busy.
I was going to say, I can hear lots of people on the phone lines, Glenn.
Yeah, it is busy, guys, really busy. But as I said, that's a special offer we've got. It's a 4-star river cruise. Give us a call. We'll let you know the details. But these have been selling like hotcakes. Really, really good value at the moment.
Glenn, thank you so much. We'll see you on the show soon.
All right, guys, have a good show.
All right, thank you. Bless you. That's great, isn't it?
2 great deals.
However, we are going to leave you tonight with a 16-night Niagara Falls and New York stay with a Caribbean cruise. I know.
It's like 3 segments, isn't it?
There you go, yeah. Niagara Falls, New York, Caribbean, all of that for under £1,400. So we start off flying to Toronto, and this is where you actually have a 2-night stay, don't you?
Yeah, and you also get an evening tour included as well, which is the
is it the journey
behind the falls? Yeah, there's actually 3 waterfalls that you've actually got that converge to make Niagara Falls, and of course it's been steeped in history, and of course the wonderful mist. You can go on board the little boat there as well, or you can go behind the actual falls itself. But at night they light this, and from the hotels that you're going to be staying in. Just imagine looking out and seeing.
In fact, there's your lights.
Look at that. There you go. See, I always prefer things in the dark. That's what my other arse said to me, and that's what I stick with. But no, Niagara, what a romantic place as well. But what better way to get from Niagara to New York?
Well, the best way surely would be
the only
Amtrak
way.
train, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Do you know what? It's one of those things that, and again, when you get to New York, you've got to have a ride in a yellow cab. You've got to go onto the Amtrak. And of course, New York, so good they named it twice. Sounds like a Gerard Kenny song. But of course, you've got all of the wonderful bridges. You've got the Statue of Liberty, Times Square. You've got, of course, Poets Walk here in Central Park. The wonderful Imagine tribute to John Legend just opposite the apartment where he lived. You've got Fifth Avenue. You've got Macy's. You've got the Empire State Building. Oh, by the way, top tip, Empire State Building. Get there as late as possible. Get the last tour up. Fantastic views, no queues.
Seriously?
There you go. Exactly. So there's so much to talk about New York that I could go on forever and a day, but it really is the city that doesn't sleep. And by the way, overnight, you've got to go down to Greenwich Village. If you like something a little bit gritty, great jazz bars. They'll stay open as long as you're putting $1 into the pot. They keep playing. I love it.
Well,
my type of place.
One of my favourite cities. You're going to be there 3 nights, but you then, of course, are going to embark on this stunning ship for a 10-night cruise. This is the sister ship, I believe, the Jade, but you're going to be on the Gem. That's sister ships,
and to be fair, after all of those nights in Niagara, all of that in New York, you're going to need a relaxing Caribbean cruise to finish it off.
And I tell you
really
what, if you went for some of the early dates, say January, having this cruise over to the Caribbean, you're suddenly going to get the warm temperatures, the sunshine. Norwegian Cruise Line, if you've never cruised with them before, they're very relaxed. It's kind of freestyle cruising, isn't it?
Yeah.
No set dining times. But
good for singles as well. They've actually got a separate sort of singles bar where you can actually meet and greet travellers, so you can go ashore together and make new friends as well. Can I just say, we don't usually point out the days at sea, but I think it's really important that we mention you've got 3 days of Caribbean sunshine to relax on board this ship. So, forget Toronto, forget New York. Now it's time for your shorts and your sun cream. But the ports that we're starting off with, San Juan. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Great for shopping in San Juan. So if you want to go to the Plaza das Americas, that's going to be perfect. You've also got some great designer outlets in the Old Town. And I do believe the Old Quayside, if it's still there. Oh, in fact, there it is. There you go, the Old Quayside. There's a fantastic duty-free shop just inside of there and some crazy cocktail bars. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Then we're off to St Thomas.
Now, St Thomas is one of the most beautiful places. I was there on my mum's 70th birthday, and it was just in St Thomas, Megan's Bay, and it was just stunning.
It's great.
Yeah, beautiful warm water like a bath, perfect beaches. It's a little bit of paradise, isn't it?
You have a nice bath. Anyway, we're off to St Martin after that, and of course St Martin, the Dutch and the French, the wonderful combination. You've got a main drag that goes down through the centre of St Martin. and you've got some great duty-free shops there. In fact, you can see it from the air here. One thing to do here is do the America's Cup tour. So if you've ever fancied yourself as a little bit of a sailor, then you can go out with the crew and they'll show you how to actually race these yachts. So if there's a big group of you, then the two can race against one another. It really is a great experience.
Now, if you're less adventurous, what are the beaches like?
Oh, the beaches are fantastic. The bars are even better. But then you're off to Tortola. I've got to say, Tortola is actually, again, one of my favourite Caribbean islands, and I'm going to give you Justin's top tip. Don't go to Cane Garden Bay. It's where everybody else will go. It's one of the most popular beaches. But instead of turning right to Cane Garden Bay, turn left and go to Long Beach.
Long Beach?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a long beach that hardly anybody has heard of. Honestly, it really is fantastic. You go to the right, and it's fantastic with facilities, but if you want something really quiet, then good surfing there as well. So if you fancy getting on a surfboard or a little bit of a boogie board, then you can do. Hiring jeeps are quite cheap. You can go swim with dolphins here, and of course you can go across to Virgin Gorda as well. And Virgin Gorda has got those fantastic... The boulders, they're like the size of a house, and you're like, hang on, we've got pebbles on Hayling Island that are this big, and we've got this here in Virgin Gorda. Anyway.
Now you've got a final couple of days at sea, and then back to Newport, and your flights, of course, back to... That is 3 holidays in one, isn't it?
It really is. And, you know, if you've always wanted to go, it's a tick list, isn't it? Niagara Falls, romance and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, an Amtrak train ride to New York. You're going to have to do a yellow cab ride. And have a little bit of a barter there, and then you're going to have a Caribbean cruise. That is amazing.
And you've got all of that organised for you through Planet Cruise for under £1,400 tonight. We forgot to mention something really important. You will get a free all-inclusive drinks package on board. And it doesn't matter which type of stateroom you book, whether you go for inside ocean view, balcony, that's for everybody tonight. Return flights based on London. You've got the 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel in Niagara, and you get the journey behind the falls, and you'll also get a 3-night hotel in a 4-star hotel in New York, and you get that iconic Amtrak train journey from Niagara to New York as well. I really like the look of that one, do you?
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I would as well. Well, the ID number for that one is 108042. And we did check the drinks package earlier. Really good as well. You get spirits and cocktails, wine by the glass, bottled to draft beers, and your fountain soda and juice as well. Don't forget that free phone number. We are open till 11 o'clock tonight. 020-3696-9457. And let's just share with you the prices, because again, you could upgrade. You could go from maybe the inside to the ocean view for not much more. Balcony's good there. We've even got mini suites available. In fact, if you look at January the 17th, you could even get a mini suite for under £1,850. And I think that's very good, including, say, you know, the 3 different parts of that holiday. It's really good, isn't it?
We've had such a great show tonight.
Haven't
Which one do you choose from? And then those 2 great deals as well.
We just take a year out, we do it all, OK? Anyway, let's recap. If you have just joined us, or if you're finding it a bit hard to choose tonight, well, we started off with, of course, that fantastic cruise with MSC. Brilliant price on this. It's an 8-night cruise tonight. It's going to be hosted by Planet Cruise's very own Keith Maynard. You get a free upgrade to the Allegrissimo drinks package, and you will get a balcony for $699 as well. But that is hosted by Keith, so there'll be a private cocktail party. He'll be with you.
And a tour excursion as well, escorted by Keith as well.
Yeah, so
he's taking you ashore.
And Keith loves mixing with it, you know, all the passengers, and you'll have a great time with him. The ID number for that one is 111711. Nice, easy one, that. Then we moved on to, of course, a stunning cruise with Princess on board the Diamond Princess. You'll get to spend a bit of time in Singapore. You've got this fantastic cruise. You've got return flights. And don't forget, you get the 2-night stay in Singapore in a 4-star hotel, and that Singapore by night tour as well. The ID number there is 115025, and the price starts from £1,379. I think it's a brilliant price for Princess. Then we moved on to Celebrity Cruises 5-star modern luxury on one of my favourite ships ever, the Celebrity Reflection. It's the 30-night Greek Isle and Italy cruise from Rome, of course, as well. And what is really surprising is the lead date, because it's actually in August. It's the 27th of August. If you do upgrade to the Ocean View, I'd highly recommend that, because you will get then a free classic drinks package as well. ID number is 113365. And then a stunning river cruise with Riviera. Now, this is a brand new ship. She'll only be completed in 2017. So this will be, her maiden season. You get your shore excursions included. Every booking tonight will get what's classed as a suite. So the rooms have a lot more space. They've all got river views as well. And we have got a single special starting from 1,099 as well. ID number for that one is 114252. And from our river cruise to the 14-night Canary Islands, Portugal and Madeira cruise with Cruise and Maritime. They've just acquired the ship. She'll be refurbished, of course, for her maiden voyage. And this is actually better than half price. You're actually saving over £1,000 off the brochure price on this one as well. And the lovely Canary Islands and Madeira there as well for under £900. And the ID number is 115676. And then, finally, last but by no means least, we had this outstanding deal with Norwegian Cruise Line. Now, you're on board the Norwegian Gem, you're going to get a free all-inclusive drinks package. You've got return flights, but this is actually really 3 holidays, because you get the 2 nights in a 4-star hotel in Niagara with the Behind the Falls tour included. You'll also get a 3-night stay in a 4-star hotel in New York, and a journey that I've always wanted to do. My brother is really into his trains, and a bit of it's rubbed off on me, and you get that iconic Amtrak train journey. Just I've seen that on online, and it looks really exciting.
But the thing is, the whole of this show has been exciting.
Hasn't it?
We've had so many great deals. We had that great deal that Rob gave us earlier on 399.
Yes, on the Norwegian Epic.
22nd of April. We've had the Celebrity Cruise there. And I believe actually on that Celebrity Cruise, you actually get a chance to see the international magician Adam Heppenstall with eye magic as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one of the most talked about shows, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I love the magic shows.
And he's got a beautiful assistant as well.
Can we just say thank you so much, Justin.
Been a pleasure again, but what about next week?
Ooh. Next week it's a little bit different. It's something really, really exciting. We're not allowed to say too much about it. You get a little preview in a second, but don't forget you can book any cruise with Planet Cruise on that free phone number. From Justin and myself, we will see you very, very soon. But for all of our regulars, thank you for tuning in. For anyone new, book your first cruise. You'll be hooked. I absolutely promise it. We'll see you next week. Now, you're not going to believe this, but next week's show is from here. Yes, we're going to be on board the stunning Britannia with P&O Cruises. We get to show you loads of the ships, so here is a little taster.